this on other videos before, but a step not to be overlooked, just like the push rod or the bell crank brace, is the Superfil inside the fuselage, and that's what we're going to do today. All these procedures that I'm showing have been shown in prior videos on my channel, but my channel set up by airplane instead of by specific job. I'm going to try to set these in a way that you can find them better. It's a little difficult to find some things from Amazon. They're not very expensive, 2-ounce mixing cups. Part of the thing that happens with Superfil is that it settles in the bottom and you end up having an issue. So make sure that you stir the components up. It's the same way that it was in the old days with hobby epoxy. So now we're going to put one daub in the cup of approximately that size. This is not a scientific, I mean, it doesn't have to be that accurate. It's kind of like paint. Everybody thinks you got to get it exact. It's best to get it as close as possible, but this is not a chemistry project. I have some Superfil to do on the Gypsy that I'm putting together as well, so I'll have to do that. And make sure this stick is clean so I can get it down. Get her down in the... I almost didn't make my video a day yesterday. It uploaded just in time last night. And that's just the way it goes. So now we have another daub. That's one. We got to have two of those daubs to one of the other. And this amount here will mix up plenty. We're going to mix this, set this aside, set this airplane aside. I'll pull up the other airplane and I'll show you the starting of the sanding today. I might do that live stream. Sanding is boring, but I need to get these airplanes done, these paint jobs. You can tell when this material is mixed to the right consistency, it changes color. If it's too white, you got too much of the kicker in it. If it's too blue, you don't have enough, so it needs to be kind of an aqua color. And now we have the beginning of putting the material inside the fuselage. Doesn't have to be a lot. We're just trying to lock up the, make these two pieces become one. And do do it as neat as you can. I wish I had one of those syringes that, oh, I can't remember who showed me the syringe. I definitely want longevity on this airplane. The other one lasted, 6 years, I guess. 07 to, I think I crashed it 15 or 14. I can't tell you what a sad day that was when that hit the ground. All for a half a point. John Simpson, I know you're watching this video. John Simpson had me beat by half a point. And I just couldn't let it slide. You know, a lot of the builders say that I go to too much extreme on some things, but these are just some things that I feel are important. You know, not everybody does the things the way I do things. And that's okay. Whatever works for you. All these things add weight. You want to try to keep them down to a minimum, but they also add a lot of strength. You know, a lot of people don't build a model that's going to last for years. They just figure, well, it's only going to last maybe a season. But when you put as much work into a model that will go, like will go into this Thunderbolt, okay, we have the top done. Let's do the bottom, and we can set this off and start sanding. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share my videos. We're only about 44 away from the goal. Believe it or not, it's cold outside, but it's hot up here. And I don't have the heater running either. Procedures is not very glamorous, but really needs to be done. Now, this is an electric airplane, and you probably could get away without doing this because there's not much vibration. But on something like a P-47 with a PA-65 or 75 in it, or a Rojet, or something that's really a stroking, pounding engine, you really need to do that. And we're done. It didn't take very long. It took, you know, whatever this video is, all of 5 minutes or so to do that. And it's just added insurance when you're at the Nationals pulling your airplane that the fuselage doesn't pull off the airplane. Now I'm going to tell a funny story, and this is God's honest truth, and this is back when the P-47s first came out. We were at the Nationals, and I was standing on Circle 2 in front of the pavilion with my back to the circle, and I heard and looked out there and saw this wing coming down on the lines. This is the first time. And I looked over, and there was one of the Brazilians with his fuselage took off and went somewhere, and the wing stayed with it and just came down like so. Well, that's not a big deal. I think that's the same year that that I caught that P-51 on Circle 4 right here before it hit me in the face. But same position, Circle 2, a couple flights later, I hear, yo, bang! And a motor came and hit me, oh, didn't hit me, but, you know, came and hit 10 feet from me. And I got to thinking, I said, do you Brazilians not use glue or what? Brazilians are great guys, really fun guys. But man, what an ordeal that year was. And then, of course, like I said, on Circle 4, I'm sure the guy who owned that Mustang was extremely happy. There was a wind came up, and the airplane was ahead of me, and I'm standing on the line. We're waiting to fly on Circle 4, and the wind came up in the air, and the airplane flew up in the air, and I caught it perfectly by the fuselage before it hit me in the face, and handed it back to the guy, and I bet he was extremely happy about that. I do, to keep from fuselages flying off, you want to make sure to use glue. You don't need to use a lot of glue everywhere, but the places that are critical, you need to use ample amounts. And then, of course, these precautions, like the bell crank brace and the Superfil inside the fuselage. So this is going to round it up for today on the videos. I might live stream later on today on the sanding of this airplane. I only have 2 cans of DC 540 left. I just ordered another case. It'll be in tomorrow. So that's 5 cases on this project, $50 a case. But make sure you like, subscribe, share my videos with everybody. Make sure you share them on Facebook and Twitter. Tell everybody we only need 41 more subscribers to hit our first milestone, 500. Last night I hit the 250 video upload mark, so that was a milestone. So I'm going to keep producing these at least one a day, except for Brodak and the Nationals, where you're going to have a week's lag time, because when you go to the Nationals, there's not enough bandwidth to upload a video at the hotel. There's no way. So any video that I take at the Nationals is going to have to wait for me to get home and turn into movies. And I promise this year to shoot more video. Last year I shot very sporadically. The same with Brodak's. I shot very sporadically. Because it's Brodak's the last year, I'm going to try to make an entire documentary of the trip, from the time I leave the house till the time I get there, every day, just try to cover everything. And if you have any footage that you'd like to add to that documentary, just let me know, and we'll add it. I'm going to try to make documentary film of the week at Brodax. So that'll be something, and I'll probably make that for sale on disc. Don't worry, it'll be cheap, but I'll show the clips on YouTube. So anyway, like, subscribe, share. From Stunt Hangar, fair winds, tight lines.